Good morning, Chantilly. I'm Pankaj Rapuru.
And I'm Miranda Conroy. Today is Thursday, January 21st, 2021.
And here are your morning announcements.
Today is an A-Day with LS2 and 4.
There will be a 2-hour early release tomorrow due to the end of the second quarter.
Boys basketball will be having a game today against James Madison High School, freshmen at 4:30, JV at 5:30, and varsity at 7:30.
Girls basketball will be having a game today against James Madison High School, freshmen at 4:30, JV at 5:45, and varsity at 7:30.
Varsity swim and dive will be having a meet tomorrow versus Centerville High School at 6:30.
Girls varsity gymnastics will be having a meet this Saturday, January 23rd at 10 a.m. If you would like to watch the sporting events virtually, please subscribe to Chantilly Athletics on YouTube. Good luck to everyone this weekend.
Ryan McClevin will be speaking about his career in politics and advice he has for students interested in similar career pathways at the next Young Democrats meeting on January 25th at 3:15. Go to the Young Dems Google Classroom using the code in the description below to find out how to join the meeting. All students are invited to attend and ask questions.
The Spanish Honor Society is offering online peer tutoring on Wednesdays if you would like extra help with finishing assignments, preparing for tests, or more in your Spanish class. Check your Spanish teacher's Google Classroom to sign up. For more information, please use the link in the description below.
For those of you wondering how to spend your downtime, here's Kriti with some fellow Chargers book recommendations.
Over lockdown, winter break, and even some spare time, a lot of students and staff spent their time reading. Let's see some of their favorites and what they recommend for you.
My book recommendation is Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Snow. This is like realistic fiction with kind of like psychological stuff going on too. It takes place in the 70s and narrates the life of Lydia Lee, who's from like a mixed race Chinese American family. And it goes between like past and present of like in the past, like her life leading up until her death. And then obviously the present is her entire family kind of coping with her death and, you know, figuring out what's next and what else they can do. I definitely do recommend this. It definitely talks a lot about mental health and depression in the ways that was obviously, you know, not spoken about before. So I definitely think it's a really good read that a lot of people should, you know, definitely look into. So yeah.
A book I really enjoyed recently and that I would highly recommend is called Patron Saints of Nothing by Randy Ribe. And it's the story of a Filipino American, a high school senior named Jay, who actually goes to the Philippines in order to investigate his cousin's disappearance. It's about faith and family. It's about the immigrant experience. And I think that you'll all enjoy it. Very moving and very well written. Couldn't put it down.
I recommend reading the Harry Potter series. It's a very common thing to say, but it's widely popular for a reason. It's a fantasy book about a boy at age 11. He finds out that he's a wizard and he attends Hogwarts. At Hogwarts, he learns about his past. Because of his past, he goes through so many obstacles and you get to see him solve his problems and overcome those obstacles. I find the books very interesting, intriguing, and unique, and I get quite invested into it. It's one of my comfort books, so I would always love it forever. Make sure to check those out and keep reading, guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.
One of our Chargers recently started his own leaf raking business. Let's go to Naren to learn more about the business.
Owen Matthews is a Chantilly sophomore who created his own leaf raking business over the fall. Let's take a closer look at it.
This fall, I started a leaf raking business where I made $1,000. I used Nextdoor to market my services. Nextdoor is a social media app for neighborhoods. The first post I did was just the price and email. The second was giving them a $5 off discount if they signed up within a week. And the last one was me saying that I needed money for college, and that one worked because I got 10 calls within the first day. After someone contacts me, I will go to their house and give them a quote based on how much work it is. If it's a smaller amount of work, I'll do it by myself. If it's a lot of work, I'll do it with a friend. And if I'm really busy, I'll keep a finder's fee and have 2 of my friends do it. The average amount of work and money is about $120 for 3 hours. If you want to work for me and make between $15 and $25 per hour, fill out the Google form.
Keep up the great work, Owen. If you are interested in the job opportunity, there will be a short Google form to fill out. Link is in the description below. This has been Ren Coda from the Nightly News. Now back to you.
Chargers, are you interested in creating artwork and writing stories that can be published? If yes, then Andromeda Literary Magazine is for you. Let's go to Noah and Ben to find out more.
Andromeda is a creative outlet for students that features artwork, poetry, fiction, nonfiction, and anything else that can be considered creative work. Let's hear from some members on what this magazine is all about.
Andromeda is a club where we promote the talents of our student body in writing, photography, and art, and we get submissions from all the students, and then we put together our magazine at the end of the year.
And it's really cool and collaborative kind of creative outlet for people who are both kind of interested in the realm of publishing and also interested in creative writing. Students should definitely get this magazine because it encapsulates such a wide variety of what their peers are creating. And a lot of, your peers are extremely talented and eager to kind of share their work with you because you don't know what you might connect with when you're looking at creative work.
So a big part of our club includes having discussions when we get our pieces and sort of discussing what makes them good, what we see in them, and that's definitely a little bit harder. It's changed a little bit since last year with COVID, mostly because now with computers, everyone feels more comfortable on chat boxes rather than microphones, so it makes the discussions a little bit slower and a little bit less free-flowing.
Students should definitely submit their work because, it's so exciting to put yourself out there in terms of, trying to dip your toes into publishing something. In terms of like, I submitted to a magazine, I submitted to a publisher. That means that, you believe in yourself. To submit to Andromeda Literary Magazine, you can go to the Google Classroom Andromeda Submissions/announcements. To find the submission link will be included in the link below the video.
This isn't just some high school magazine. It's an award-winning, nationally ranked, VHSL finalist magazine.
Submissions are due on January 31st at 11:59 p.m. and the classroom link will be provided in the description below. If you have any questions or want to learn more about Andromeda, contact Mr. Steck. This has been Noah Johnson and Ben Ratner for the Nightly News. Now back to you.
Well, that's all that we have for you today, Chantilly. This has been Pankaj Rapuru.
And Miranda Conroy, reminding you to stay safe, stay positive, and have a great day.
And we'll see you next LS.